Glad to have you with us from Seattle. A perfect evening for college football where they're chanting, "Go Huskies," and it's reverberating across all of the boats on Lake Washington as this purple-clad crowd is ready to get another season of Husky football started. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Florida International Panthers, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Panthers ready to get this thing started and open the season. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So Washington's return team will have that offense backed up. And when you take the field with the confidence, the swag that this guy does, David, it just really elevates your confidence in the passing game.
The receivers don't usually lack confidence, and those are the guys that kind of set the tone. And that swagger sets the tone for this offense. And Jesse, you know he's going to make plays.
And that speed scares defenses, too, because he can take the top off quick. These safeties better get back deep, or else this guy's going to take it to the house.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. He'll signal for and make the fair catch right around midfield. So FIU's offense will take the field for the first time. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay. It's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality. Let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. FIU pushing tempo. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quickly complete. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Leaves it with the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The give from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Off play action. Looking down the middle. He's got it. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. And the Panthers are rolling down the field. They'll leave it with him. Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3. Ball's at the 14. The give out of the gun. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. The snap sets up the throw. Got it set up on the outside. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. He got it. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
You're feeling really good about that, right? Brand new season, first drive of the year. The juices are flowing. You march the ball down the field. You don't get a touchdown, but at least you come away with 3 points. Very positive start to the year.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm.
All kinds of running room. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
He gets it to the 31-yard line, a big play for this offense. Productive pass offense for the Huskies, and they've had a long line of quarterbacks who've gone on to the pros.
Yeah, a lot of guys that you can think of. Warren Moon obviously was so dynamic, so good, but guys that were surgical, guys that read the defenses, made the decision, made big plays. That's what the Husky fans want to see.
He now has 56 yards rushing in the early going, and he is making an impact in the first game of the season. From the gun, into the end zone, fires and picked off.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger. Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Panthers! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
PAT unit on the field. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. TCU is ahead right now, but it's not like they have LaDainian Tomlinson out there. This group needs to keep building on this lead. They're up by 7 over Louisville. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Huskies want to move quickly. Pulls it and fires to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hauls it in. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
The one thing I love about this defensive coordinator is that he has a lot of different exotic looks. He's not just going to rush with 4. He's not just going to rush with 3. He's not just going to blitz linebackers. This guy's blitzing DBs.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. He's looking to throw. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Huskies!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. They'll run play action. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. They'll try to get it through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. FIU will line up to punt. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's got his man. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Washington wants to go quickly. On second down, they'll take to the air. Got the back over the middle. Just finds that little crevice, and he's still up. Touchdown, Washington! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. The quick out. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those quick.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now second and long from the 21. They'll try the run. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. He's got 43 yards rushing in this game. What a way to start the new season. On third down, going up top. Working that left side. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. FIU pushing tempo. Oh, man, did he turn that one loose and fired it into the teeth of the zone.
And you know as a quarterback, Reese, when you're throwing it to the perimeter of the field on these curl routes, you've got to have some heat. You've got to have arm talent to get that ball out quickly into the hands of your receiver before all those defenders can get to it. Man, this QB's got a count.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. He'll keep it himself. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. FIU will line up to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Working the middle, it's complete. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Typically, at this spot on the field, you make a fair catch. I'd call that risk aversive, but it is good field position. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Finds his man. It's Kane. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32. He wants to pass it on second down. Finds his big tight end. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They'll run it from the gun. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. FIU pushing tempo. Quarterback on the keeper. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. They'll go to the air. Makes the catch. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. Second and goal for the offense. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Panthers.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Fires to the wideout. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Pressure coming. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. He's looking to throw. Snags it over the middle. They get him down after he makes the catch. The deep thinking brings some heat on third and long from the 44. He's looking downfield to throw. Got his man down the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Fair catch is made, but there is laundry on the deck, so we might be having a duel.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. They'll throw it on first down. Got his man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They'll throw it on first down. He's got it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zone. Second and goal coming. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it, put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. TCU is ahead right now, but it's not like they have LaDainian Tomlinson out there. This group needs to keep building on this lead. They're up by 11 over Louisville.
Lost a throw on first down off the play fake. Complete to the left.
We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. The Panthers will hustle to the line. Now the play fake. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Well, with his speed, they're going to keep blitzing him over and over because you'll get results like that right there. Kind of reminds you of Joe Kelly, a great linebacker at Washington in the 80s, or maybe Mason Foster as well. Those guys can go sideline to sideline, but they can also blitz. This guy can do it all.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Lost one deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. FIU will line up the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He looks that one in nicely. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Wants to fire on second down. Gets open down the middle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Huskies are on the move.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback, Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number one.
Quick release on the RPO. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Washington right back to the line. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Looking to the end zone. And the throw and catch was good, but you got to do it in the field of play. He couldn't quite keep that foot in bounds. On second down, he'll let it fly. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. Third and goal coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Absolutely perfect. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. The inside handoff. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. Quick completion on the out route. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting those conversions.
From the gun, the ground game. He's now up to 83 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. Wants to throw on third down, using the quick game. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. FIU will line up to punt. Fair catch, called for and made. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Now on first down from the 30. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Across the 45. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Washington wants to go quickly. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking left. It's caught downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Huskies with the 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Got the quick pass. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Pickup of 1, it's down at the 11. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Quick pass on the fly motion. Touchdown, Huskies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they can become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. This makes the grab down the left side. Oh, look out. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, FIU. It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point draws them closer. It's 31-24. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Almost got to the sticks on third down. Able to pick up 6, but they're looking at a 4th and 1. Washington sends out the punt team. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Off the play fake on first down. Feeling some heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
On 2nd and 10, a 4-wide-out set, trips right. To the ground with the back. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. FIU pushing tempo. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. The throw to the outside is complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Looking for a big play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. FIU will line up to punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
He's got his man. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Part of the DNA of the Washington offense has been a guy who can get it done with his arm.
And just finding a guy that makes everybody around you better. They can make the right decisions. They can highlight your skill positions. That's what gets the Washington fans going crazy, going nuts, and that's when they have those great football teams.
Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. He's going to pass. Finds his target down the middle. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got his man.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Husky. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. San Jose State sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the fourth quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in the Silicon Valley. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Got him downfield. Still on his feet at the 45. And he's running in the open. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Florida International.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you? Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to two of the best receiving core in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. And with that, let's head back to the gorgeous Pacific Northwest and the fellas at UW.
Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Florida International offense is back on the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Wide open downfield. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Finds the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it down the left. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They're trying to find some room off right tackle. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
I'm the offensive coordinator. I'm thinking about shipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
FIU will line up to punt. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Oh, this is a bad, bad shank. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's up to 113 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. He fires to the left side. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. FIU pushing tempo. The play action fake. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. He's got it. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Panthers will have it 1st and 10.
Well, this quarterback now has over 400 yards passing. To do that, you have to have weapons catching the ball. You've seen that in this offense all game long. There are some dangerous playmakers in the perimeter.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
The give on the inside. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. Oh, it's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Really nice looking pass there. You think about all the great Washington quarterbacks, right? Warren Moon, the Heward brothers, Mark Brunell, Jake Browning. The greatest quarterback name in college football history, Sonny Six.
And he throws another interception, his third of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer. Take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Comes out throwing on 1st down. He's got an open man. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Panthers!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
He'll try to tack on one more. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Florida State took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. Kind of felt like how that 2013 Seminoles team led by Jameis Winston, Devontae Freeman, and Kelvin Benjamin would just steamroll teams.
From the gun, running back gets the gift.
60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Huskies. And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They're trying to get to him. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. FIU pushing tempo. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
Loses 4. Made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Got it in the middle. It's Kane. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. FIU set up with another 1st down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the...
He lets one fly deep. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Pocket starts to collapse. Finds his back in the middle. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. FIU will line up to punt. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Found a little space. He'll pick up 6 of the 14 as they have room to operate. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Right back to it. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. Now facing 3rd and short from their own 17. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the 1st down mark. A lot of urgency for this offense. This guy is doing work on the outside and the sweet toe tap to stay in bounds there.
How about the sweet feet? I mean, it's so hard to know where you're at on the sidelines and have good body control. You can tell he did. Gets the feet down, secures the catch. That is a nice catch. Nice footwork, young fella.
The give to the tailback. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Washington right back to the line. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Finds his tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They go to the ground. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
Going up top on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Back open in the middle. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the 1st down. Got his man quickly. He is down at the 1. A terrific the throw and catch. On first and goal, let's see what Washington does. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handling. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone, and at that point, it was just an easy pitch.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Give to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Trying play action. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Panthers racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. From the gun, running back on the move. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the 3rd. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Makes his connection. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. At the 45, on his way. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Washington. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Game 1, you want to come out, put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. The kickoff team out there getting set. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this. He's going to fire deep. Makes the grab on the left side. And he breaks into the open. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Panthers. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
Splits the uprights.
The extra point is good.
If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
It's caught. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. Off play action on first down. Fires to the right. Got a wide open receiver. Off he goes. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Huskies.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Squires. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Looking to go up top on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Squires. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Got it in the middle. It's Squires. And he'll be smacked to the ground. And the Panthers in the hurry-up. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They've already converted a couple of times on this drive. Now 1st and 10 from their own 39. He's looking deep. He's got it inside the 25. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, FIU. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
Ready to try the point after. Right down the boulevard. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Iowa is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Niall Kinnick among the legends to wear that uniform. They're trailing by 10 to South Alabama. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock there.
He's got enough, and it'll be a first down for Washington. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. He's going for it all. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback, do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He makes the connection. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner goes down. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Trying to find his man on first down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Dealing with a 2nd and 10 from the 20. He's looking to throw. Fires one high and deep. Intercepted. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First down here for the offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
Throwing right. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. He's getting plenty of work. 4th time we've seen this guy punt it today. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Line gets set, first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Florida International. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Washington, 69. Florida International, 59.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Hands it off. Running with power. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass? Washington wants to go quickly.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
They'll try to get on the same page this time. 2nd and 10 from the 31. Fires left. He makes the catch. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Awesome body control, and great job, too, knowing where he is on the field to make sure he got his feet down in bounds. At this point, this guy's been open all over the field, and if I'm the QB, man, I keep throwing him the ball.
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Look, big-time playmakers make big plays in big games. That guy needed to make that interception at this critical juncture of the game. There's still time for them to go out and win it. Could that be the play that sparks this team?
Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. A strike downfield. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Panthers! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lead in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but, man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. They'll see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Tackled immediately after the catch. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense has a 2nd down play. This time they'll go to the running game. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. From the gun, the running back has it. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. Washington coming to the line with another first down. He's got it on the right. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Handoff from the gun. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. On second down, just keeps firing. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Husky! The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Mississippi State was anything but dominant, but the Bulldogs are going to leave this stadium today winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L column.
He'll start this drive firing.
A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Got his man downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. On second down, wants to throw. Got him downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They'll throw it from the red zone. Got it! They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. He'll just keep slinging it. And it's caught! Touchdown, Panthers! Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now, I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different looking team than what we saw earlier.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, though.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
Dumps it to the back. Complete downfield. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Huskies. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the points come in a lightning strike, a 70-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll start this drive with a pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Got a lot of running room. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, FIU.
And that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Just under a minute and a half to play, and to have a shot, you got to believe they have to recover this onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. All right, this game just got tighter, and you just don't want to make a mistake here, David.
Especially in the fourth quarter. Remember, you're still leading this ball game. You're still going to execute the same way, Palmer. Don't get frantic.
Don't get frantic, but I would like to see them stay aggressive, too. You put a touchdown up on the board here, and this goes back to being a 2-possession game.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee.
Number 11 in punt formation to kick it away.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. And if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.